Hey everybody, Colleen here. So I'm going to do a makeup declutter. I've never done one before. I've done 3 closet declutters since I started my channel over 2 years ago, but I've never done a makeup declutter. And I don't have a ton of makeup and not very much of it is luxury. So my goal this year is to level up my makeup. And so I'm going to declutter the things that are old and that I've shown you a million times on this channel now. And I'm going to start kind of delving into the areas that I know now what I really need and like. So having said that, we're going to start with my foundations, such as they are, and they're mostly drugstore brands. Let's get going. So here we go then. I've got them all in this pouch, as you can see. So, and I've got a few on the table here. So let's just dive right in, shall we? I'm going to need my glasses for this because I'm going to have to read some labels for you. But so here we go. This is the Laura. I'm going to do tinted moisturizers as well. This is the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. I bought this quite a while ago now. It's definitely needs to be in the bin, in the garbage, as we say. I liked it okay. I didn't like the color on my face. If you can see, I can show you probably. It's a little too dark for me. So it wasn't a great one for me, but the formula was nice. So that was that. Then I have the Almay, same kind of idea, My Best Light. This one was okay, but it just disappeared. And the SPF is only 20 on it. So not really effective. I wanted something for the summertime that I could do. This didn't really work for me. So that's going in the bin as well. And most everything that I'm decluttering, I'm not donating anything. It's all old. It's all been well used. So it's going in the garbage. This one is brand new though. And this is the Uma. I just did a video on this one not too long ago. And I do like it okay. It's too light for me. And right now my skin is very dry. And it does tend to emphasize the dryness. It's the one I'm wearing today. So you can see I've started a new retinol program and it's winter, so my skin is very dry right now. And this is kind of, you know, revealing all the dry patches and texture. So not crazy about it, but I would say it's okay. If you have oily skin, you might really like this formula. Okay, so moving on. This is the Essence Pretty Natural. This is a super, super affordable foundation. There's not very much of it, as you can see. It just wasn't good for me. It's too cakey looking, too makeup-y looking for my personal taste. But if you have, like I said before, oilier skin, you might want to try it. It says hydrating. It has hyaluron and aloe vera, but I didn't find it that hydrating. Now I have Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is just not a good color on me. It's way too like yellowy, pinky, peachy for me. Again, one with hyaluronic acid and squalane, it says, but it's just not enough coverage for me and it's the wrong color. So wasn't a good one for me. And we'll be tossing it. The L'Oreal Visible Lift is a nice foundation. You can see I quite like it. I've used half of it. I will keep this one. It got a lot of really good reviews. It gets messy as hell, as you can see, but it is a good foundation. So I'm going to keep this one. And this It Cosmetics is the SPF 50 CC color correcting. A lot of people love this. I just don't. It's way too heavy on my skin. It looks like a mask. And so you can see it's still fairly like full because I haven't used it. And although I feel bad, I'm going to get rid of it. Next, I have kind of a new one, the Maybelline Superstay. This one I think went viral recently, and with good reason. It's good. It's not as good as the L'Oreal True Match, I don't think. I did quite like that one. But this one, it's pretty good. So I'm going to hang on to this for now, for sure. This is the Merit. I really like this. I have it still pretty much done. So I will be getting rid of this and I'll buy a new one because that's pretty much over with. I don't know if you can see, but there used to be this little dome top and I've used it also. But I really, really like this Merit stick, so I will be getting a new one. And last, I have this Avene 50, I think it's 50 plus, yeah, tinted mineral sunscreen. So this is really great in the summer when you're like way more tanned. The color is quite dark. You can see it's all gumpy and gooey. I apologize, but that's what happens. and it is quite dark. So I do like this, and I will keep this one because once I get a tan again this summer, I can use it. So that is basically everything I have for foundations. Not a lot. There's a couple that are missing because I used them completely and threw them away, but I have covered them on my channel, and I'll link things down below that might interest you. But still, my all-time favorite foundation is this Chanel Sublimage. Now, it's my hope this year to try a couple different Chanel foundations and kind of see if I like them as much, because the Sublimage, although I adore it, is $200. So anyway, I will be trying others as well to see if maybe I like them as much as the Chanel. I've heard great things about House Labs, and there's a couple from Armani, I think. Armani is one, maybe Givenchy is another, Givenchy. So I will be trying those out this year. That's my goal. So for now, I've kept 3, and I'm going to buy the Merit stick again. So now we can move on to powders, and I only have 4 powders. I'm not a huge powder person. I'm not a makeup artist. You guys know this. I'm just like a plain ordinary person trying to figure all this out, just like you guys. And so I never wore powder. In fact, I never wore foundation when I was young because I just didn't need it. But so I'm still trying to sort out the whole powder thing of whether I like it or not. Sometimes I use it and sometimes I don't. But I have used it. So I do have this one. It's the Laura Mercier Classic Iconic. Everybody knows that this is one of her best products, and it is really good. This one is a mini. I like it because I can take it traveling and in my purse and stuff. So I'll definitely hang on to this one. I use the shade, or this is the shade Translucent. So I'm going to keep that. Pardon if you hear noise in the background. My family is home right now and there. Okay, so next, moving on. This is the Extraordinary Translucent Powder from, can't see the name on it. I guess the name is Extraordinary. I don't even know where I got this. I think it came in an Ipsy box or something. It's pretty, but it's not worth keeping. So I'm going to declutter that. Now I have the Hourglass. This is the Veil, Translucent Setting Powder Veil. This is beautiful. I love it. So I will be keeping this one. And I also have this one from Rachel Couture. Again, probably came in some box that I purchased. It's way too light and way too thick. It's not a nicely refined powder at all. So I'm definitely getting rid of this. And I don't have it here on my desk, but I also have the Wet n Wild translucent, I believe it's called Photo Focus Powder. Hang on, I'll get it. Yep, it's quite disorganized. That's why I need to do this declutter. So here it is, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent. I really like this one. This one works really well. It's super affordable. It's not as finely powdered as the higher end ones, but you know, for the price, it's a pretty decent powder, and I don't use them a lot. So that's the end of powders. I'll be keeping these 3, Laura Mercier, the Hourglass, and the Wet n Wild. And I do really want this year to try the Givenchy Prism, I think it's called Prism Libre, those little round balls that come together and you swipe your brush in them. And I just think they look beautiful. And I've seen lots of influencers use them, and I'm excited to try that this year. So look forward for that. Next up is concealers. Now, this is another area where I struggle, maybe you do too, because I find for my mature skin that I need a different concealer around my nose than I do under my eyes. So let me take my glasses off for a second. So around my nose, I have very red capillaries and, you know, damage that was done from when I was a kid. I didn't have bad acne, but my nose was the area where I had big pores and lots of oiliness and was the problem area. And since I've aged, my eyes, my under eyes have gotten very dry, and they do have, you know, the fine lines that everybody gets. So it's really hard to find one concealer that's good for both those things. Now, I do currently like the Glamouflage by Wet n Wild, I believe it is. I'll have to look it up. But yes, I can't find it right now, or I'd show it to you. But I have been using that one quite a bit in my videos. You've probably seen. I'm also around my nose using this one right now, mostly because it's the only one I've got left. So I really do need to find a good concealer. If you have any suggestions for me, please put them in the box. I've heard good things about Natasha Denona. I've heard good things about the Chanel. I've heard good things about some of the drugstore ones, but I'm still struggling. So maybe that's an area we can help each other out this year. So I'm going to do separate videos for you for eyes. So everything eyes, eyeshadow and eyeliner and mascara and all that, because I do have quite a bit of that. And also I'll do a separate one for lips because lips deserve their own category. But right now we're going to move on to blush. So I have a few here, I have to say. I do like blush as a category. What I really like right now is a multitasking stick. So cheeks and lips formulas that aren't drying creamy in a stick or a pot. Either way, I'm good with them. I'm trying out quite a few right now, but this one I've had a long time. This is the Clinique Chubby Stick, and this is the shade Rhubarb, and I've worn this a lot in my videos, and I wore it a lot in the summer. And what I'm liking about it now, and why I hesitate to get rid of it, because it still works perfectly well, is I think it's pretty close to that color. Let me swatch it. Peach Fizz, that is the color of the year by Pantone. So if I can't find it anywhere else, I can wear it on my face and maybe on my nails if I find some that color. But I really like these Clinique Chubby Sticks. I would buy another one in a different color. I probably will this year actually. So I'm going to keep this. Next I have another multitasking stick. This one's from Kohls, which is a Canadian brand. And I just got this one, and if you see my video, you know that it was pretty messed up when I got it. It's still messed up, but I am using it because I really do like it. It's a good formula. It tends to fade a bit more than the more high-end ones, but I like the color, and it's a very kind of mauvey color, so I'm going to keep that one as well. This is Pixi, and I've had this one for a couple years now, so I do need to get rid of it, but you can see I've used it a lot. Look at how it's worn down. Now, there's quite a bit left in it, so I might hang on to it for a bit more, but I wear this a lot in the summertime. They call it a tinted moisture stick on the Glow Blush. And the formula works for me, and this red color is the right kind of a sheer red. Let me show you. That's a nice sheer red for summer. A light red, right? So I really do like this one. It comes in a peachy color and a more brown and kind of a mauve, but they're kind of blah. But this one I really like, so I'm keeping this. And next up, what do I have? Oh, the Merit Blush. I love this formula. My daughter bought this for me for Christmas because I've been talking about it. She bought me the shade Beverly Hills. I'll definitely be buying more of these, and I'm going to hang on to this one. So here's the Rare Beauty. I have two. Little mini. This one's Joy. Yes, Joy. Great peachy color, pinky color for summer. Love it. And this one, Believe, that I bought myself, which is nice, I think, in the fall. You've probably seen this formula. It's highly, highly pigmented. So you have to really blend it out, move it around, and be very, very careful with your dosage because it really goes a long way. So I'll be keeping both of these. I like them both, and I probably will buy more shades this year of the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. This was kind of one that I was testing to see if it was as good as the others, the NYX Sweet Cheeks. And again, I did a video on this one. It's highly, highly pigmented as well, and I don't like it. It's not as blendable as the Rare Beauty. So I found it difficult to work with as a beginner, so I'm going to be getting rid of this one. Here we have one that I got in some kit somewhere. It's not a bad color. It's from Annabelle, which is a Canadian company, I believe. Lower end, like lower priced cosmetics. And this is the Perfect Butter Blush in the shade Bush Rose. It's a nice color, but it does not last. It fades very quickly, so I'm going to get rid of this. Now, gifted to me, and I did a video about it, was this Kyer Weiss blush that comes in the little recyclable packaging. There it is. Beautiful color. For me, this is very summer. So I wore it for a little bit, you can see, before it turned to fall. So I'm going to keep it because I will wear it more this summer for sure. I really like this formula. It's great for mature skin. And next I have this one. Again, I think came in a box from you, some kind of thing. Not great quality. It's too pretty. Sophie and Maybelline. Too Pretty highlighter plus blush duo. I don't really like either color, so I'm going to be getting rid of this. Next I have the Too Faced. Now, I love this packaging, and I was influenced to buy this when it was really hot last summer. And so I went out and got this gorgeous color, but holy smokes is it bright. So I will keep it because I'm going to learn how to use it this summer, and I have to learn how to have a light hand. Yeah, I'll show you. Like you can see, it's just super, super bright. Let me put it here. So you have to be really careful when you put it on, because you're pretty much committed as soon as it hits your face. You can blend it a bit, see? But anyway, I have to get better at it because it is beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, a couple more to go here in the bronzer kind of section. Oh, first I have a Milani blush. This is the blush, the baked blush called Dolce Pink. And I bought this when I first started my YouTube channel. So it's been a couple years now. You can see, you can see how used it is. It's awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful pink. But I've had it a while, and I have other pinks now that are pretty close to it. So I'm going to declutter it, but fond memories because it was an early one. And now I have a couple of bronzers. Well, no, this is a blush. This is the Romantic Rose Powder Blush from Milani. These are great blushes, the Milani blushes, and I do like this color. It's not a color I have in any other format, so I'm going to hang on to this one. You can see, I'll open it. You can see I've been using it quite a bit because the rose is almost gone. The bloom has gone off the rose. So it's a good one. I like it. And here we have the Rimmel Sun Shimmer. Now I bought this as a bronzer, but it's very sparkly. I don't know if you can see that. It's also very golden, like orangey for me. However, in the summer, I can use it as kind of a highlighter kind of effect when I'm wearing orangey kind of makeup. So I am going to keep it for now. It's got a 24-month shelf life, so I think it's still okay. So I'm going to keep this one too. So that's all I have for bronzers and blushes. I love the blush category. It's a real easy category to love. I love multi-sticks, like I said, so I'm going to be investing in more higher quality blushes this year. I started kind of dip my toe in with the Too Faced, but I definitely want some Dior. I want some Chanel. I want, you know, some Hourglass ambient lighting powders. Look pretty nice to me. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel because all those things will be coming up. And so that's it for today's makeup declutter. I did the foundation, and I did concealer, and I did powder, and I did blush. And we'll move on next time, and we'll do some eye stuff. Lots of eye stuff because I have lots of that. So until next time, bye-bye. Oh, and I have a big announcement coming up, so make sure you keep watching the videos that are coming up, okay? Bye-bye now.